Hi, this is Charles Hoskinson broadcasting live from warm, sunny Colorado. Always warm, always sunny, sometimes Colorado. So today is November 18th. It's a few days after I made my regulatory video on the 16th. And true to form, the little bill has been announced. So let me share my screen real quickly, and I will show you guys a little bit on the bill. So Jerry Brito just tweeted. Right up here, he says, some good news. A comprehensive bipartisan bill has just been introduced in the House to fix everything wrong with the infrastructure bill's crypto tax provision, including the unconstitutional S6050I individual reporting mandate. Okay, so this bill is H.R. 6006. And these are the people who've introduced it through the Ways and Means Committee. So it says first, it would replace the overly broad definition of broker with one that is reasonably limited to exchanges that buy and sell crypto for customers. Second, it would limit the new requirement that brokers report mere transfers of cryptocurrency by making sure they only report information that voluntarily provided by customers and held for legitimate business purposes can be shared as, quote, third-party doctrine requires. And then third, it strikes the expanded reporting requirement for digital assets and instead requires a study of the effects of such an expansion made in consultation with the digital asset industry and organizations focused on individual privacy and civil liberties. So it's not too big of a bill. Highly recommend taking a look at it. It has a pretty good shot of passing if we as a community come together and remind our Congress critters and senators that we want it to pass. There is bipartisan support for it. So I think that if it passes the Senate and Congress, pretty good chance that Biden will sign it. So hopefully this bill can get through. From our end, we're going to begin lobbying very aggressively, and we're going to see what we can do with the industry to lobby aggressively. I'll be having calls this afternoon with various people, and we'll be scaling up some of our expenditures in that respect. And I may go to DC in a bit to show my sign of support because this is the most urgent issue that needs to get resolved with respect to the regulatory structure. Now, as I mentioned, there are two bills. There's the little bill and the big bill. I think the big bill's more than 70 pages, and the big bill is not yet announced, but it's been foreshadowed a little bit. I think there was a tweet from Senator Lummis on this. But the big bill basically covers regulatory clarity in the United States for all cryptocurrencies. So it takes a step back from the CFTC and the SEC and the Treasury Department and creates special provisions, clarifications, and even attempts to create an SRO for cryptocurrencies. So it's a much bigger fight. But if that was to pass, then I think the United States would actually be the most crypto-friendly country in the world and the best country to run a cryptocurrency business. And there would be special protections and rights. And this sort of Damocles that lives over the industry's head will be clipped. So hopefully we can have that fight next year. But let's get HR 6006 passed and email your Congress critters. Take a look at the bill. You can find it at congress.gov/bill 117th Congress/House Bill 6006. And obviously Brito, I've retweeted him, so you can just follow the link from the tweet on Twitter. And let's just be very aggressive, message people, email people, and every week we'll try to dial up the heat a bit. And because it's a very simple bill and it's just rolling back damage, I think we have a really good shot at getting that passed. And that takes us back to where we were at prior to the infrastructure bill. And then we can get working on the big bill, and that'll be the fight of all fights. And hopefully we can get that passed and get the cryptocurrency industry back on good footing. All right. Thanks, everyone, for listening. And I'll talk to you soon. Cheers.